To vocal variety and body language. She is using this assignment to talk about how the past 3.5 weeks, have taught her a lot about optimism and sharing what she has learned with you. With her speech entitled, Strengthening Our Optimistic Muscle, please welcome Toastmaster Kathleen Hoffheimer.
Morning, Toastmasters.
Morning.
I have mentioned Robin Roberts in a previous speech, and she always says, optimism is like a muscle. It gets stronger with every use. I've considered myself a fairly optimistic person, but I have to tell you, my optimistic muscle has been put to the test these past 3.5 weeks. Long story short, on December 30th, my mom fell, ended up in the hospital, and ended up needing to have back surgery. Back surgery is a pretty scary thing because you don't know what's going to happen. So my optimistic muscle was weakened a little bit. There have been some obstacles in her recovery, particularly trying to climb up steps that have made her hospital stay less than ephemeral. But my mom is a feisty Irish New Englander, and she is determined to come home. Through some occupational therapy, physical therapy, inpatient rehab, she is on her way to recovery, and I'm happy to report she's coming home today. Yeah. I have to admit, I have been nervous throughout this entire ordeal, mostly because of the fear of the unknown. How is her recovery going to go? What is it going to be like when she comes home? Will I be able to take care of her? What is our new normal going to be like? It was fear, stress, and anxiety all rolled into one. I could barely sleep at night. But I know I had to keep my optimistic muscle strong in order to be the best caregiver I can be for her. I want to share with you a couple of things that I have learned throughout all of this that have helped me strengthen my optimistic muscle, and I know will help you strengthen yours. First of all, it is important to have your support system, the people that are there for you, that will bring the sunshine into your life, and that will help you navigate life's storms. For my sister and I through this, our biggest support system was each other, because we are the ones going through it. My brother-in-law and my little nephew have also been big helps. Our friends, our family all reached out and gave their support too. But I have to say, for me, the biggest support has been this club. Meredith is the Toastmaster that lives the closest to me. And she was the first person to reach out and say, if you need a ride, let me know. Anything you need, let me know. And she texted me every day, not only to see how my mom was doing, but to see how I was doing. And I am so grateful and so appreciative of that, and I thank you very much. And I'm not just saying that because she's my evaluator. Brandon, the new president, also reached out and said, whatever you need from the club, let us know. Carson, who's not here today, also reached out. His wife's an elder care nurse. I've heard from so many of you throughout this. I was not sure if I was going to be able to come in today, but my mom insisted that before she came home today, I give this speech. And you know what? I'm glad she did, because you guys are my rock, and I thank you for that. It is important to have the people in your life that lift you up when times are tough. That is a great way to strengthen your optimistic muscle. Secondly, like any good muscle, the best way to strengthen optimism is through exercise. Mental exercises are a great way to bring in that positive energy. I am a big believer in meditation. I've been working on taking some deep cleansing breaths and just taking in the moment. Isn't that right, Carmelo? Nah. I've also been going back to journaling. I've tried to write down just a couple of positive thoughts every day. I also use a coloring book as a de-stressor. My mom actually got me the Wicked one for Christmas this year. These exercises can be things as simple as listening to an uplifting song or saying a mantra to yourself every day. Doing things that will bring in that positive energy and get rid of that negative energy is definitely something worth doing. It is not easy to think that the best is yet to come. It can be difficult. But if you do things that bring in those positive vibes and have the right people supporting you, you will strengthen your optimistic muscle. Mr. Toastmaster.